So this is the program we have automated, right? Last time, okay, we had completed up to here. And I want to execute this program multiple times for different sets of input data. So what I am doing, the same program I'm doing copy and I'm pasting in the same package. Add skills parameters too. So I'm going to do the amending in this program. So I have taken the program which has been completed parameterization, and here what I'm going to write is I want to execute my test multiple times for different sets of input data. So I'm referring lab number 5. I'm going back to lab number 5, TestNG data provider lab 1. So here my program contains Orange HRM data provider lab 3. So this is the program I'm taking. So the data provider syntax I'm copying simply. So this is the one. Okay, 1 second. Let me copy this. Control C, and I'm going back to my program. And here before @test, so I'm writing this one. Okay, let me maximize the screen. So I have written data @data provider, and this is the lines of code. Sir, do I need to remember these lines of code? No need to remember at all. Okay, you can write just you can copy and paste the data provider syntax like this. So see here, I mentioned if you want to execute your test with multiple inputs, with multiple test data, with multiple input test data, we can use data provider. Okay, and here how many number of rows I want to create? Two rows, and how many columns it contains? 1 2 3 4 5. So I have to specify 5 columns. And okay, so data of 00, data of 01, data of 03, and I want to create one more column value as this one, 0,4. So my skill name Java 16, right? So I'm going to create Java 17, and I'm going to use Java 17 description. So this is first row information, and second row information is this one. So this we can call it 1,0 and 1,1 and 1,2 and 1,3 and 1,4. Okay, so here I'm mentioning my input data as Java 18 description. So my data provider is ready. So this is, so step 1 is you have to copy the step 1 is you have to copy data provider syntax. Okay, so step 1, what I have done from another program, I copied my data provider syntax and should be ready with my test data. Should ready with my test data. Okay, and second step in the data provider is your test has to connect. Okay, 1 second. So in the data provider syntax, something it is missed. So this is the syntax for a data provider. So step 1 is 1 second. So in step 1, I copied my data provider syntax, complete syntax, this one. Okay, and so the data provider name is here Orange1. Okay, I have given my data provider name as Orange1, and I am ready with my test data. So my test has to connect with your test data provider. So to connect with the data provider in the @test level, you need to write data provider is equal to and whatever name has been given. What is the name? This one, Orange1. So that step 2, connected with the data provider. Okay, So connected with the data provider. And step 3, okay, and you have to use all the global variables at the method level. So here you need to specify string test URL, comma, okay, and whatever variables, string username, comma, okay, and password, string password. So username, password, and skill name and skill description. So that's it, your test. Okay. So I mentioned all global variables at the method level. So this is step 3. Okay. You have to specify all your global variables at method level. So that, and I am not using these global variables at all, because I declared all my global variables at method level itself. And if you are specifying global variables, means that your test is going to execute with one set of input data only. But I don't want to execute my test. So I want to execute my test with these input values, and I want to execute my input values with the second set of input data. So my here my data provider contains 2 sets of input data. Okay. And make sure your WebDriver also, in going forward all programs, it is declared as static. So why it has been declared as static, I will tell you in the next class. Okay. So I'm declaring my WebDriver also this one like this. Okay. So where I have created date 29. So I'm going back to that one and I'm executing this program. Okay. Run as test-ng test. I will repeat one more time. Again, you can observe what are the changes that I have done. Okay. So the program, it is going to execute with first set of input data. Okay. So the program, it is executing with the first set of input data. So values are fetching from the data provider. See, Java 1.7 record has been created and another session got created, and your test is again executing with the different sets of input data. Java 1.8. So like that, okay. So like that, your test was executed multiple times for different sets of input data. This concept, we can call it as a data provider. Understood, right? Everyone understood, right? Okay, let me repeat what are the steps I have done. Okay. So simply,
is it opening in the second window or in the same window?
It is executing in second window. See, it is test. Again, test is executed. Test was executed with first set of input data. Okay. And test methods are executed with second set of input data. Okay. So like that, the concept, it is working. Okay. Now let me close. I'm repeating the same steps again one more time for your understanding purpose. So I'm taking the parameterized program, copy, and I'm pasting here. So I want to automate this one. Okay. So if I will execute my program, what will happen? Global variables, it will be executed only once. So what is the first point in the data provider? I have to copy the data provider syntax. Okay. Let me go and copy the data provider syntax. Okay. Step 1. This one, Control C, and I navigated to this program and I pasted, and here my program, I copied my data provider syntax and I'm giving my data provider name as orange2. Okay. And here I'm giving my input values as Java 18, sorry, Java 20. Okay. And my input value is Java 20 description. And here I'm giving Java 21. And here I'm giving Java 21 description. Okay, and I want to execute this program 3 times. Then how many number of rows I have to specify? 3. And I have to give one more set of input data. So this is one I'm copying, third row. So this time I have to give 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. So my input data is ready, and let me go and change this one as well. So Java 20, okay, this program is going to execute 3 times. So that means I'm ready with my data provider, and I copied my data provider syntax and should ready with my test data. I'm ready. So step 1 is connected, and step 1 is done. And step 2, what I need to write? I have to connect with the data provider. So to connect with the data provider, simply I'm writing data provider is equal to, what is the name I have given? Orange2. So my test will go and connect with my data provider. Okay. And after that, you have to give all your global variables at method level. That's it. Over. Third step, you have to specify all your global variables at method level. String test URL, string username. So 1 minute, the same thing, copying and pasting. Okay. So string test URL, string username, string password, comma, skill name and skill description. I specified all my global variables at method level, and I don't want to use this one at all, because my test is getting all the input data from the data provider. So here data of 00 value, it will be passed to test URL, and data of 01 value, it will be passed to username, and data of 02 value, it will be passed to password, and data of 03 value will be passed to skill name, and data of 04 value it will be passed to skill description. Okay, so like that your data provider object array, which is passing input to this one. Okay, now let me go and execute this program. Okay, close all other programs. So my program is ready. So this time my program, it has to execute 3 times, because I specified my data provider object array as 3 times. So Java 20 record has been created. And again, @test is executing freshly with the new set of input values. Data provider is providing new set of input values for the second iteration of execution. That means the method variables data is receiving by data provider. So third set, Java 22 record, it has to create.
That means the 3 windows will open, sir. That many numbers of data means.
So data provider means how many number of rows you have specified, those many times it is being executed.
Okay. Okay.
Suppose if you take a bank application, there are 1,000 customers came for a day. So we cannot go and change the program every time, and we cannot change input values every time. So in that case, do I need to follow global variables, or do I need to follow data provider? Understood, right? So I want, there are 10 customers data is ready. 10 customers data I know. I want to execute my @test program 10 times. So if you are going and doing global variables concept, what will happen? You have to change every time 10 times, and you have to execute it. But here, if you are loading all the data into data provider object array, it will just that is one time activity, and you can go and run the program. That's it. so that your test will be executed those many times. So simply, if anybody will ask about a data provider, okay, what you need to tell and how you have to explain in the interviews. Okay, data provider means the name itself, it contains a definition. Data, it is providing to @test. That means @test is fetching data from data provider. Okay, @test is receiving input data from the data provider, and your @test is executing multiple times. Okay, so simply I can say definition like this: if I want to execute my program multiple times for different sets of input data, then I can go with data provider. That's it. Okay, if anybody will ask definition, you have to explain like that. If I want to execute my @test multiple times for different sets of input data, I can go with data provider. So to implement data provider, what are the steps we have to do? We have to copy the data provider syntax, and you should ready with your test data in the data provider. And step 2, @test level, you have to write this one. Data provider is equal to whatever data provider name you specified. You have to connect with the data provider. And step 3, you have to mention all your variables at the method level. And you can and you can remove these global variables. These are not at all required. Okay, so that your @test will be executed multiple times for different sets of input data. Understood? So this is one way of executing your test multiple times. Okay, so the data provider can be
Sir,
implemented
every time we have to do login, sir.
That concept I will tell you. So instead of doing,
Okay, sir.
yeah, see, do we need to do login every time? One person is asking, do I need to log in every time? Okay, not required. But in the initial lab of data provider, I explained that concepts. Instead of logging multiple times, we can complete 3 iterations in one session only. So that lab I will tell you in the next labs. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So we understood the data provider concept. Okay, so the data provider can be implemented in 2 ways. So now we have learned about first approach. So now I am going to explain the second approach as well, but I will tell you the second approach in tomorrow's class. If I will tell the same concept today, you will get confused. Okay, so just I would like to say this point only. Okay, so I forgot to tell one important point in the previous point in the drop down or locators. Okay, let me go to the locators only. If you see any of the program here, so anybody is having, before moving on to that point, anybody is having any doubts in the data provider? Understood everyone? Okay, yes. Object line number 50. ఇదా నువ్వు ఈ క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యావు, ఇంతకుముందు ప్రీవియస్ క్లాసెస్ అటెండ్ కాలేదా? See, previously you are getting values from the global variables, right? Test URL, username, password, skill name, and skill description. That values you are fetching. So these are the global variables are fetching data directly from the global variables. This time your test will be connected with Orange 2 here, and these values are passing. Test URL value is passing to here. Username value it is passing to here. Password value it is passing to here. Skill name value Java 20 value it is passing to here, and Java 20 description value it is passing to here. So why I have declared here means you have to declare your variables instead of globally. You have to declare your variables at the method level, so that these local variables will fetch input data from the data provider. So first set of input data values. and these values are loading into these variables. Clear? Okay, Inka.
Sir, is it not required to assign the local variables in the different methods?
That is common. That is common. So parameterization
Okay.
steps, I have not changed anything. Remaining methods, I have not touched at all. I have changed it main part only, connected with the data provider and specified local variables for this main test. That's it only I have done. Anybody is having any other doubts? Okay. So you have to do exercise for add locations, create a locations, different locations at one go only by using data provider concept. Okay. So you can create a add location by using data provider. You can do that exercise. Okay. So I'm coming back to the program. So in every program, sir, you told in every program we have to write those 4 lines of code. But in this program, I have not able to see that line. System.set property, WebDriver.Chrome.driver, and driver is equal to new Chrome driver, driver.manage.window.maximize. Sir, where these lines of code? Simply you have written only one line of code. Got the point, everyone? So here I have written, I declared my WebDriver. Hello. Hello, somebody kid's voice is, I'm getting disturbed. Can you please go on mute? Okay, WebDriver driver is equal to, I have written test browser dot open Chrome browser. What is this line mean? I have to explain. So in going forward to launch my browser, I'm writing this line of code only. Okay. So what is this line of code? I have to explain. Okay, I'm going to explain that part. Okay. So before that, so there is a package name called CommonUtil. Okay. So in our project, we are having a package name called CommonUtil. So the CommonUtil class package contains testbrowser.java class. Okay. This package contains testbrowser.java. So this means, so this is the test browser class. Okay. Is there in my CommonUtil. And if I want to access that class, I need to write here the first line I have written import CommonUtil dot test browser. So that means the package name CommonUtil test browser dot package class name as test browser. Okay. So the test browser. So test browser dot open Chrome browser. So here this is a class name. Class name dot method name. So class name dot method name means is a open Chrome browser is a method name available in this class. So open Chrome browser is a static method or non-static method if I'm calling like this. Why it is a static?
Because you're
Class
calling
name
it
dot method
class name dot out method.
So if I'm calling a method name by using class name, open Chrome browser is a static method. So let's just click on this open Chrome browser. See here, this test browser class contains method name as public static. Okay, static method. Okay, I told you if it is a static method, I can call test browser dot open Chrome browser. And generally I'm writing public static void I have to write. Okay, but here I have not written void. I have written WebDriver. What is mean by WebDriver? I will tell you here. Why I have not written void. So anyway, I will write void only. What is happening also I will tell you. So open Chrome browser. So this is the method contains those lines of code. System.set property, WebDriver.Chrome.driver, and Chrome driver path. So in the global variable, I mentioned C Chrome driver Win32 and Chrome driver.exe. So this is the global variable path I am using. So if I am using global variable, I no need to specify the value here. So Chrome driver path I mentioned, and driver 1 is equal to new Chrome driver window. So Chrome browser window will be launched, and driver 1.manage.window.maximize. Your window will be maximized. And here, sir, do I need to give any of the name? You can give object name, whatever you want. And finally, after maximizing the window, I have written one new line of code as return driver 1. So whenever so here it is showing some error, just keep the mouse over here, change method return type to WebDriver. See here, automatically instead of void, it got replaced with WebDriver. Okay, so from this method, the driver one is returning and it is giving back to control back to here. So just that means what is the line means driver is equal to driver one. So that is the actual meaning. So test browser. So this is the class name contains a method name as Open Chrome browser method, which is returning a value driver one, and it is giving control access back to the current class driver. So that in the current class, whatever you are writing set of driver instructions, it can be executed. Okay. So the driver one, it is giving control access back to current class driver, and you can write set of driver instructions. Understood? So going forward in all my programs, I will write this line of code only. So this line of code means what is happening whenever line number 19 is executing, the control is navigating to this method. So I'm pressing control button and I'm clicking on this method. So it's navigating to this method, public star Open Chrome browser method, and system is understanding where is this Chrome driver.exe is located, and driver one it's launched and driver one is maximized, and the driver one instance is returning back to main program, and it is giving control back to my main driver. So the line meaning of line number 19 is this is the one actually. Okay. And just like max a is equal to 10 b,
That
b
is the
you are
control
as
flow goes between different programs, sir.
yes. So whenever you want to get the driver instance from another program, so you are returning a driver from that method. So the driver one instance, it is giving back to the current class driver, and the driver is going to execute set of driver instructions in the current class as well. Okay, because in your program you have not launched your browser. The browser instance was launched in the method was invoked in test browser class, and from that class it has to return driver one object, then only it will get control access, and after that you can write a set of driver instructions. Okay, so going forward in all my programs you will see that line of code only. See, driver is equal
Just
to
we
test
need to
browser.
import in one line. We have to write one line.
Yeah, you have to import. You have to import common util dot star means star means you can able to access all the Java class files. If you want to specify a particular class, you need to write common util dot test browser. If you want to access all the class files, you can specify star. No, I want to access only specific class name, you can write that one. And that class contains static methods. So that's why I'm writing test browser dot open Chrome browser. And that class, that this method is returning a object as driver one. So that driver one, it is giving control access back to here, and your program is executing set of driver instructions. Understood everyone? So going forward, so what does this line means? So that is the code. So this concept we can call it as a code reusability. So I no need to write in every program system.set property WebDriver, because those lines of code is common. Okay, so I have written a static method and I'm returning the driver instance, and I'm so going forward in any of the program I'm using the same concept only. See here, any of the program if you'll see. So driver is so like that. So that my driver object it is returning, and it is a set of driver instructions are executing like this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mohammed, you can go and ask your doubt.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, can we use this particular utility concept to the login page also, like open launching the application?
Yeah.
and
That part.
Sharing
Yeah.
the username and password.
Yes. See, we are already use. Okay.
For
That concept we will come to know slowly. Okay. So we are in the basic labs only. How to do efficiently coding part, we will come to know step by step. Okay. So in the beginning of the program, so because these lines of code I'm writing in every program, so just I have written, I am explaining how you need to write code reusability by for this concept only I explained. Going forward, how to achieve code reusability, I will tell you in the next classes. Okay. So everyone is clear, right? Okay. So in going forward in all my programs, what does this line means system.set property WebDriver driver new Chrome driver, and the driver one it is returning and it is giving back access to here, and your set of driver instructions are executing. So that's it I want to tell. Okay. So today's exercise for everyone is, okay. So let me send this one first of all, so that you could able to do this part. Copy. Okay. I will do one thing. I will rename it to. So what is the package name here? 31st. Day 31st. Okay. Okay. Day 31st. Okay. I'm copying this one. You know, right, everyone, how to copy this package name. So I'm pasting here and I'm sending into zip file compressed. So everyone, for the exercise for today's one is add locations. Handle the drop down. John 20. So you can unzip it and extract that folder, okay, and go to that src test java and right click and paste it, and you will be able to get this today's programs, okay. And before doing the program, just analyze the part what I have done. After that, you can do the automation for add location. Okay. Okay. So, okay, that's it for today. So let's recap the sessions, the summarization of the questions, how you guys are preparing. Okay. So, so in the first class we discussed, so can anybody do, I don't want group answers. I want to only raise your hands and tell the answer. Okay. Okay, let me minimize the screen. So how to launch the browser? Who can able to tell? Not online people, I'm taking attention in classroom. Okay, just raise your hand. So nobody can able to tell. Yes, tell me. Yes. ఇంకా a group answer వద్దు. I don't want group answer. చెప్పండి. That's it. సో ఒక ఆన్సర్ చెప్పడానికి ఎంత దగ్గర ఎన్ని రౌండ్లు తిరిగింది క్వశ్చన్ అంటే 2 lines of code preparation you are taking too much lag. ఓకేనా, when you are keeping experience you have to tell very clearly. ఓకే, సిస్టమ్ డాట్ సెట్ ప్రాపర్టీ హ్యాండ్స్ రైజ్ అవ్వాలి ప్రతి క్లాస్ లో. ఓకేనా, ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ ప్రీవియస్ క్లాసెస్ లో రైజ్ చేశారు కదా. సిస్టమ్ డాట్ సెట్ ప్రాపర్టీ వెబ్ డ్రైవర్ డాట్ క్రోమ్ డాట్ డ్రైవర్ అండ్ ఐ హావ్ టు స్పెసిఫై క్రోమ్ డ్రైవర్ డాట్ exe path. వెబ్ డ్రైవర్ డ్రైవర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు న్యూ క్రోమ్ డ్రైవర్. దట్స్ ఇట్, ఓవర్. ఓకేనా. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, హౌ టు మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ ద విండో? హూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు ఆన్సర్? ఓకే, మీరు చెప్పండి. హౌ టు మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ ద విండో? ఆన్సర్ రావట్లేదు. మీరు చెప్పండి. వెరీ గుడ్. డ్రైవర్ డాట్ మేనేజ్ డాట్ విండో డాట్ మ్యాక్సిమైజ్. వీడియో చూస్తే ఆన్సర్ పట్మని వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్ అలా. ఓకేనా. ఓకే, హౌ టు లాంచ్ అప్లికేషన్ యూఆర్ఐ? ఎవరు చెప్పగలరు? హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయండి. ఓకే, మీరు చెప్పండి. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు స్పెసిఫై అప్లికేషన్ యూఆర్ఐ. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఓకే. Okay, next, what are the operations that we can perform on a web element? Yes, send keys and click operation. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, next question, what are the different types of locators available in Selenium? Hand raise చేయండి. 1 2 అంటే వాళ్ళిద్దరు వీడియోస్ చూసారని అర్థమైందా? ఓకే, చెప్పండి. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రిపరేషన్. ఓకేనా, వాళ్ళు ఇవాళ క్లాస్ లో కొన్ని ఆన్సర్స్ చెప్పలేకపోవచ్చు, బట్ ఇన్ టుమారోస్ క్లాస్ దే విల్ బి బికమ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ అనమాట. బికాస్ దే ఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ వీడియోస్, దే ఆర్ వాచింగ్ వీడియోస్. మీ హ్యాండ్ రీచ్ కావట్లేదంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? మీరు ప్రిపరేషన్ కాలేదని అర్థం. ఓకేనా, దట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ యూ అండ్ దట్. And those who are prepared, they can able to answer and they can easily survive in their companies. Okay, చెప్పండి, what are the different locators? ఒక్క నిమిషం మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి. ఐడి, ఓకే. సీక్వెన్స్ లో ఎవరు చెప్పగలరు? చెప్పండి. అది ప్రిపరేషన్. చూసారా, సీక్వెన్స్ లో చెప్పగలరు అంటే అది పర్ఫెక్ట్ ప్రిపరేషన్ అని అక్కడ అర్థమైంది. ఐడి, నేమ్, CSS సెలెక్టర్, XPath, లింక్ టెక్స్ట్, పార్షియల్ లింక్ టెక్స్ట్, క్లాస్ నేమ్, అది ప్రిపరేషన్ అంటే. అర్థమైందా? సో అది చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ ప్రిపేర్ అయిన వాళ్ళు, వీడియో ఫాలో అయిన వాళ్ళు ఆన్సర్ అలా వచ్చేస్తుంటుంది. ఓకేనా, సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రిపరేషన్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ లో మనం ఇంకా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతాం. ఓకేనా. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ లింక్ టెక్స్ట్ అండ్ పార్షియల్ లింక్ టెక్స్ట్? హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయండి జస్ట్. ఓకే, మీరు చెప్పండి. మీరే చెప్పండి. మిమ్మల్ని కాదు అడుగుతుంది ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ రోలో. ఇంకా పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా ఆన్సర్ చెప్తారు. చెప్పండి.
Sir, forgot password or forget?
Yes, if the hyperlink is static, then I can go with link text. If the hyperlink is dynamic, then I will go with partial link text. Okay, ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ నేను ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఇంకో రకంగా చెప్తాను. ఎలా చెప్తానో చూడండి. ఓకేనా. If the hyperlink text is static, then I will use link text. If the hyperlink is dynamic, then I will use partial link. ఇలా చెప్తే ఆన్సర్ అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతాడా? ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ వాయిస్ తో చెప్తే అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతాడా? ఓకేనా. మీరు మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు మీ ఆన్సర్ తెలుసు, మిమ్మల్ని అంటలేదు, అందరికి ఉండే ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకేనా, అందరికి ఉండే ప్రాబ్లం ఇది. సో ఇందాక లొకేటర్స్ అడగానే అమ్మాయి ఎంత స్ట్రాంగ్ గా చెప్తుందో చూసారా, అది ఆ బేస్ పిచ్ ఉండాలన్నమాట. ఓకే, యూ కెన్ చేంజ్ డే బై డే. వెన్ యూ ఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్, యూ విల్ కమ్ టు నో, యూ విల్ చేంజ్ డే బై డే, యూ విల్ కమ్ టు నో. సో ఎంత ఎఫిషియెంట్ గా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారో మీకు తెలిసిపోయింది. ఓకేనా. ఇఫ్ ద హైపర్ లింక్ ఈజ్ static, then I will use link text. If the hyperlink is dynamic, then I will use partial link text. Over. అర్థమైందా? సో ఆన్సర్ చెప్పే విధానం అలా రావాలన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ లొకేటర్స్? అమ్మాయి అలా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పింది, నేను ఇలా చెప్పాను అనుకో, ఐడి, నేమ్, CSL సెలెక్టర్, XPath. ఎవరికి కావాలి? లో వాయిస్. ఇక్కడ నేను ఎవరు బతిమలు ఆడుకోవట్లే మిమ్మల్ని. ఓకేనా. సో మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరు బతిమలు ఆడుకోవట్లే. ఎవరైతే వాయిస్ ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ పిచ్ లో ఆన్సర్ చెప్పగలుగుతారో they can easily clear the interview అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా. ఐడి, నేమ్, XPath, CSS సెలెక్టర్, లింక్ టెక్స్ట్, పార్షియల్ లింక్ టెక్స్ట్, క్లాస్ నేమ్ అండ్ ట్యాగ్ నేమ్. ఓవర్. అది చెప్పే విధానం ఎలా అన్నమాట. అది ఎలా వస్తుంది? బై ప్రిపరేషన్. ఓకేనా. వెన్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ అండ్ వెన్ యు ఆర్ వాచింగ్ మై వీడియో, ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ లైక్ దట్. ఓకే, మీరు ప్రిపరేషన్ లేకుండా సగంతో, ఇప్పుడు హౌ టు లాంచ్ బ్రౌజర్ అంటే ఒక సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్ కి 3 చోట్ల రౌండ్ తిరిగింది. system.set property, webdriver.chrome.driver, chromedriver.exe path, and driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay na. So this is your life kada. మీరు next whole life you are going to lead in Selenium only. So how you have to prepare? Okay na. So ఎంత స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి మీరు? అర్థమైందా? సో నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఒక స్టెప్ కు తీసుకెళ్తాను, అక్కడ నుండి మీ ప్రిపరేషన్ కూడా ఆ ఎఫర్ట్ ఉండాలన్నమాట. Wait 1 minute. People session got closed or not? Okay, let me share the new link.